For 5 whole years, I thought if I was humble enough, you'd eventually look at me. My sincerity was just a joke.
She's been Vincent's lapdog for 5 whole years, finally made it to the engagement, and the groom actually ran away. This rich young lady is truly humiliating. If it weren't for the family alliance between the two conglomerates, how could a Wall Street tycoon like Vincent choose Chloe as his fiancé?
Who in the circle doesn't know Vincent is deeply with Lily?
The daughter of Chloe's family's know me? I heard he booked all the city fireworks to celebrate Lily's birthday.
Vincent, you're finally back. You didn't come to the engagement party. It's okay. I understand.
As long as you understand. By the way, Lily is staying here tonight.
But this is our marital home.
Sister Chloe, I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Vincent was just afraid I'd be lonely. Please don't be angry with him. I'll leave right now.
Vincent, I'm feeling a bit dizzy. The guest room bed is too hard. Could I...
You! Clear out the master bedroom for Lily right now.
Lily is afraid of the dark. You sleep in the maid's room tonight.
But Vincent, today is our engagement day.
Just for one night. We'll switch back tomorrow.
Don't cause any trouble.
5 years ago, I was hunted by enemies and fell into a desperate situation.
Don't be afraid. It's okay now.
From that moment on, I fell completely.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What's wrong with you? Who gave you permission to yell and scare Lily like that?
But Vincent's heart will always belong to Lily.
Lily destroyed my things.
So what? Everything in this master bedroom belongs to Lily. Also, you're withdrawing from the New York design competition. Give your drafts to Lily.
Vincent, that's the only series my mother saw me finish before she passed away. You know that.
Vincent, I'm feeling a bit tired.
I've given up everything you've ever asked for, but this time...
Lily needs to rest. You can leave now.
For this competition, I pulled countless all-nights, revised it over 100 times. I thought if I was obedient enough, if I loved you enough, you would finally see me. I can give up the room, I can give up my heart, but not this piece of work.
Vincent, will sister really give her work to me?
Of course. She's completely devoted to me.
Chloe, so what if you're the real heiress? One day, everything you have will be mine.
Vincent, Chloe, your private customer gone was just picked up by Mr. Vincent.
Vincent?
He came to pick up my dress?
Vincent, this dress is really beautiful, but wouldn't it be too extravagant for me to wear?
As long as you like it, it belongs only to you.
Vincent, I twisted my ankle and it's bleeding. Can you give me a hand?
It's just a scratch. Stop playing the poor thing here. You're wasting my time.
That dress was custom made for me by my mother. Take it off right now.
I'm sorry. Vincent said it was a surprise. I didn't know it was left for you by the madam.
It's just a dress. Do you have to be so petty?
Petty? That was the last dress my mother custom made for me.
Lily, let's go.
So what if she's the real heiress? She's still being trampled underfoot by the maid's daughter.
Sister, let me toast you a drink, as an apology.
I can't drink.
Lily is being kind enough to toast you. Why are you putting on airs?
I have a severe stomach condition and can't touch alcohol at all. You forgotten?
You have a tummic condition.
Chloe, I'm just offering you a toast. Won't you even give me that much mains? I can't drink. The doctor said alcohol could cause problems.
That's enough. It's just a dinner party. Do you have to make such a scene?
I'm not making a scene. I said I can't drink.
She was fine just a moment ago, and now she's playing the delicate flower.
Everyone knows she's best at using this trick to keep men on a leash.
Did you hear that? Even Lily is more sensible than you. She's giving you a way out today, and you're still putting a sour face?
Let go!
Drink it. Don't ruin the mood here.
Enough already? Can't even stand after one sip? When did you learn to be so affected?
He really wants to see me fall.
Chloe, stop pretending.
Chloe, that last glass doesn't count. With so many people watching tonight, you can't be a Kilvey again, can you?
Yeah, can't the fiancé even handle a little scene like this?
Vincent's face is about to be completely shamed by Chloe. I told you I can't drink anymore. Is that you can't drink or that you don't want to give me mans? I just want to make with you.
Just one glass. What are you pretending for?
Drink it. Enough.
Today is Lily's event. You're making such a scene. Apologize to Lily first.
I can barely stand, and you still want me to apologize? Forget it. I can take a little grievance. Don't force Chloe.
Did you hear that? Lily is still speaking up for Chloe. Apologize.
Everyone is watching. Chloe just spilled that glass of wine on my dress. Shouldn't there at least be an apology?
Mr. Thorne, your fiancé's here doesn't seem to have much manners.
Chloe, apologize.
Lily was the one who—
I don't want to hear explanations. Tonight is Lily's event. Don't make another scene.
Forget it. It's nothing if I suffer a little crusty. Don't let me come between you two.
Even after all this, you're still defending Chloe? Lily is Dreel Danegridden.
You really want me to bow my head to Lily?
Will saying sorry kill you?
Lily, I'm sorry.
Chloe, what's wrong with you? Chloe!
Vincent, my ankle! I think I twisted.
So pale.
Call a doctor, quick!
It really hurts. Stay with me, I'm scared.
Someone, take Lily to the lounge first.
Not someone else. I don't want anyone else touching me.
Drink slowly. I'm here. Don't be afraid.
Don't leave tonight.
I won't leave. I'll stay with you.
Hello, is the marriage alliance agreement between our two families still valid?
Of course.
I agree to the marriage alliance with you.
You've really decided to accept our arranged marriage?
I'm certain. Vincent, 5 years of genuine feelings end here. From now on, I live only for myself.
Next, let's welcome most anticipated award-contending masterpiece, Light in the Abyss. Let's give the warmest applause to its creator, the genius designer, Miss Lily Smith!
Vincent, you stole my mother's keepsake, and now you're using my life's work to pave Lily's way.
Liz Smith, please elaborate on the inspiration for the cutting of the skirt in this work.
It's because of the sea, the ripples of the waves, so—
But your initial design draft is marked as cold flame fire.
Yes, it's cold fireworks. I remembered wrong.
She can't even explain her own design concept?
It's a 7-layer Organis overlay with invisible drawn thread 3-dimensional tailing, not French embroidery at all. The inspiration comes from an extreme sight. Cold fireworks burning silently in the night. These 7 layers of pleats each represents a different stage of combustion, until the 7th layer fully bloom in silver dawn. Because this isn't Lily's work at all. Bailey Over's light, Promine is the of 3 years of my blood, blood, sweat, and tears, you thief! You're slandering me. It was you who peeked at my sketches when I was cleaning your room. I know I'm just a maid's daughter,
from a humble background, but you can't just use your status as the young lady to claim my work as your own. I was too busy back then. I didn't bring materials.
You couldn't even answer the basic question. Is that what you call Yuantrong?
Lily, could you please tell us the main silhouette behind in Lingsington?
Since you claim Light in the Abyss is your original creation, then show us the evidence. You can cry, but evidence won't play along with your act.
I now officially announce on behalf of the organizing committee regarding the qualification of contestant Lily Smith.
Wait!
Everyone quiet. Chloe has seen Lily's sketches. I know about this.
Mr. Thorne, are you saying Chloe had prior access to the original work?
More than just access. Lily has been revising the drafts in my office this whole time. And Chloe has been in and out many times. She has a good, and the structure wouldn't be hard for her.
I didn't want to say this. She was always eyeing my sketchbook before. Last night, I even found that several pages of my sketches had been tampered with. Chloe, if you hate me, come at me. Why must you ruin my reputation?
Miss Chloe, you answered so fluently just now. Is it because you had already memorized it?
Did you rush on the stage to preemptively strike?
Chloe, all the Zations are now pointing at you. How do you explain this?
Finished? Wrap it up? Then let the entire audience see who should be the one to get off this stage.
The design you claimed as your own is actually an unpolished draft I discarded long ago. The design on the big screen is my original work, and it's the official entry I submitted for the competition.
The organizing committee has decided... Wait, I have evidence proving Illiman did not splatterfized. This is a sworn affidavit from Miss Chloe's former assistant. It clearly proves that Chloe stole the unpolished draft Lily discarded and forged the so-called original design on the big screen.
Vincent, to help Lily win, you'd even go as far as fabricating evidence like this?
Chloe, this farce needs to end. You stole Lily's hard work. It's only out of consideration for our past that I haven't taken legal action against you.
Mr. Vincent, based on what we see now, Miss Chloe's evidence is substantial. With just this document, we cannot make a final judgment on Chloe. So do you and Miss Lily have any other evidence?
Otherwise, it's difficult for us to... If Rue the Organized won't even have the G-Paint to distinguish and write show a seep and mead,
then the 30 million sponsorship from my group for this show will be withdrawn immediately. Anyone who dares to question Lily's status as the original creator is making an enemy of me.
Since there is conclusive evidence, the committee has reevaluated. The real plagiarist is Chloe Sinclair.
Vincent, that was clearly my heart and soul. Why would you give false testimony? Why would you turn black into white?
Miss Chloe, did you steal Lily's work in public just to climb the social ladder through scandal? I heard you're the employer's daughter of Lily's mother?
First, this collection is my original design. From the first sketch, to the fabric assembly, to the final version, everything came from my own hands. Who copied whom? Check the drafts, check the timeline, check the show's filing records. It will be clear with one check.
But Mr. Vincent is on Lily's side. How do you explain that?
Whose side he takes is his business. But my work, no one can steal, and no one can rewrite the signature for me.
So you mean Lily is the plagiarist?
I only state the facts. I, Chloe, am the original creator.
Vincent, you're out of the game.
Miss Sinclair, your participation qualification is now revoked.
I've already given you the evidence, and now you believe him?
The sponsors have made their stance clear. The organizing committee does not accept designers with controversies.
Several brands have already withdrawn, saying they won't touch your designs in the future.
How efficient.
Had enough of this scene?
You think this is enough?
I've already suppressed the outsole upwars for Lily. Now everyone believes you did this. You better not say another word.
So what? Should I thank you for personally burying me?
Don't put that 8. If the ire clapers you, with just a word from me, it can also stop.
let's talk inside.
Admit it now. Issue a statement you stole the inspiration for that finale piece from Lily. I'll handle the rest for you.
You'll handle it for me?
The organizers have already revoked your qualification, and I've seen the list. After tonight, no company in Manhattan will hire you. Don't make a scene. Take the fall for this. Lily can't be ruined here. If you cooperate now, I can pretend today never happened. Otherwise, don't blame me for ending our engagement.
So Lily takes my design. Lily tramples on my reputation, and now even our engagement is a bargaining chip for you?
Don't put it so harshly. You are the Thorne family's fiancé. Preserving the engagement benefits both our families. Once the dust settles, I'll make it up to you with a solo exhibition.
Make it up?
Chloe, don't force me to spell it out. Admit it, and you remain my fiancé.
Refuse, and you'll be kicked out of this circle with the label of a plagiarist.
Sign it. Admit to plagiarism. The marriage contract remains unchanged, and the wedding next month proceeds as planned.
You gave my design to her, and now you want me to take the fall for her?
Lily is not like you. She can't handle pressure like you can.
She had nothing growing up, and she's just been lifted up. If she falls tonight, her life is over.
So my future should be her stepping stone?
She must hold on to this honor. The brand has already invested in her, and the investors are drawn to her current fame.
If she falls tonight, collaborations will be withdrawn, endorsements will vanish, and everyone will say she's a joke.
You're different. Stay quiet for a while, and I can bring you back. Chloe, don't make a scene. Sign it, and I'll marry you. Tonight, I'll protect her, and I'll protect you too.
Protect me?
5 years. It ends here.
Are you insane? Everyone outside is waiting for the outcome.
Outcome? You put my design on Lily's head? And now you want me to sign this? Vincent, what gives you the right?
The right to still protect you. If you admit it today, the wedding goes on as planned, and I'll handle the scandal for you.
Using the marriage contract to silence me. Using my future as a stepping stone for Lily. You really know how to calculate.
Chloe, don't be ungrateful. This is not the place for you to throw a tantrum.
Throw a tantrum? I spent countless sleepless nights creating that piece, and you just gave it away with a word. Now you stand here, not even bothering to pretend anymore.
Fine. You want integrity?
If you don't sign tonight, you can forget about ever entering this circle again.
The runway shows, the associations, the brands.
I can make sure you hit a wall everywhere with just one word. It's for these 5 years I loved a businessman.
Stop!
Let go!
You will sign this tonight, whether you want to or not.
Just obediently admit to the plagiarism and stop making Lily suffer. As compensation, we'll get married next month.
Vincent, it's been 3 years since our engagement was confirmed. Next month...
The company has been very busy lately. We'll talk about the wedding date later.
Vincent, what if we have our wedding on an island in Manhattan?
Whatever, fine. You decide.
5 years. The wedding I've been begging for day and night.
Cat got your tongue? Isn't this what you've always wanted? Are you done making a scene? Sign the papers and the wedding will proceed as planned.
Wedding?
Yes. Next month, church, media, ring, nothing will be missing. Haven't you always wanted to marry me?
So my design, my reputation, my face, they were all gifts you used to pave the way for Lily?
Don't put it so harshly. I'm preserving the bigger picture. Lily can't collapse now. Sign it and I'll compensate you.
Compensate? You put my work under Lily's name, then you want me to admit to plagiarism? And now you're offering a wedding to buy my silence?
Chloe, know your limits. You loved me for 5 years, wasn't it all for today? Don't pretend to be noble.
I was waiting for you to act like a decent human being, not for you to stab me in the back and then ask if it hurts.
You don't believe me?
I did believe you. 5 years is enough to be a fool once.
You will sign those papers today. And the wedding is not up for debate.
Chloe, if you dare walk out!
Admit to this. Once the heat dies down, I'll set up a studio for you. Awards, resources, magazine covers, fashion shows, I'll make it all up to you.
Using our engagement to tie me down?
using my future to silence me. Vincent, you really know how to calculate.
Chloe, I'm saying this for the last time. Admit to this, and the engagement stands. You'll still be the future Mrs. Thorne. If you don't come looking for me ever again.
Fine.
What did you say?
I admit it.
Miss Chloe, did you actually plagiarize Miss Lily Smith's design draft? Is the design draft leak related to you? Online rumors say you've been using Mr. Vincent to climb the social stair for a long time. Is this true?
Yes, I admit, I borrowed Lily's design concept. Tonight's mistake is mine.
So you're the one who plagiarized?
Yes.
Miss Smith, you are the original designer? Does this count as your official vindication today?
I didn't want to make a big deal out of this, but originality is originality. It can't be stolen. Since my sister is willing to admit it, I don't want to pursue it further.
That's right. Don't make any more trouble. End this with some dignity.
Miss Chloe, look here. With the plagiarism confirmed, will you withdraw from the design vol?
Okay, I'm out.
These 5 years of deep affection, I might as well have fed it all to a dog!
Vincent, we pushed Chloe so hard today. Did I do something wrong? She must hate me to death now.
How could it be your fault? It's her own restlessness.
But what if she really gets angry and never speaks to you again?
She loves me so much. How could she possibly do that? She'll definitely come crawling back on her knees, begging for my forgiveness before the night is over. See? She's already begging.
Vincent, we're over. The engagement is annulled.
Calling off the engagement?
Calling off the engagement? Chloe, do you really think I can't live without you?
Vincent, is sister still blaming me for taking Light in the Abyss? Maybe I should go clarify things with the media.
Clarify what? She's just playing a cheap game of playing hard to get.
Forget about her. Let's continue.
Chloe? What is she doing here? I must be going crazy, seeing things. How could she possibly be out for a stroll at this hour of the night?
Chloe, give me a glass of ice water.
Hasn't she had enough of this playing hard to get act?
She never takes this ring off. Could it be that she really intends to break off the engagement with me?
Playing hide and seek? Chloe, is that all you've got? Chloe, coffee.
Now you've learned to turn off your phone. It's been 3 days, Chloe. What exactly are you trying to do?
Vincent, don't let her ruin your mood. Isn't it better that she's not coming back?
Lily, let's get married.
Really?
We'll announce it tomorrow. Let's see how long Chloe can keep hiding. Chloe, let's see how long you can hold out this time.
Congratulations, Vincent, finally tying the knot with Miss Lily, who truly deserves you.
Yeah, finally free from being pestered by certain people. Clinging for 5 years, yet couldn't even secure a title. How pathetic.
Everyone knows Chloe spent all these years orbiting Vincent, serving tea, smiling, running errands, only to end up clearing the way for Lily.
Everyone, let's not talk about the past. Today is a good day for Vincent and me.
If Chloe can't accept it, let Chloe see with her own eyes who I ultimately chose.
Chloe? Please exchange rings, bride and groom.
From today onward, no one is to mention Chloe ever again.
This is too humiliating, making such a fool of yourself right after the announcement.
Lily has always been elegant and composed. This little mishap is just an accident. It means nothing. The only one I love is Lily. Today's incident is of little consequence.
The wedding continues. Anyone who utters another word about this today will have me to answer to.
I can go to tomorrow's lunch in your place. I can handle the conversation and smooth things over for you.
You for me?
I just want to save you some trouble. I'm wearing your wedding ring now, I can't just do nothing. And about the charity gala tomorrow night, I've already accepted on your behalf. Mrs. Carlisle has been praising you, so I casually mentioned that you'd add another $20 million in investment.
Who told you to agree to that?
Did I say something wrong? I just thought in such situations, a proper response would make the situation more decent.
Do you have any idea how much trouble you've caused me? I was utterly humiliated at the wedding, and now you've messed up 3 business deals for me.
I'm sorry, I won't do it again. But today, so many people saw me fall, and guest A even laughed at me in public. And you didn't say a word.
Stop crying first. The wedding is over. I'll handle the outside matters.
But I'm the one who was humiliated. Everyone saw me standing there dressed like this, like a joke.
You're not a joke.
I'm your wife. You put the wedding ring on my finger yourself, but after today, who would really take me seriously?
You want the Drin game, I'll den up to you. Bought-in card, a driver, a stylist, a showpicant. Day the under tomorrow with your name. No one will bring this what happened tonight again.
Really?
Really. From now on, no one will dare to slight you.
You still care about me, don't you?
You're in this state, I can't just ignore you. In this house, I'll arrange everything you need. Just don't go into the study. There are company documents in there. It could cause trouble.
Are you guarding against me?
Not guarding against you. It's just that those things are too messy, too many entangles. I don't want to drag you into.
Lily, could you get me a shirt?
I just got my nails done. I can't touch cleaning agents.
It's just getting a shirt. It won't ruin your nails.
Vincent, I'm not your assistant. Did you marry me just to have me serve you? Put this on for now. I'll send it to the dry cleaner later. I've also matched the cufflinks for you. They're in the left drawer. He never lets me in here. But I'm determined to see what's hidden inside.
Who's in there? Didn't I tell you not to enter my study?
Vincent, I saw the door wasn't locked. I just wanted to come in and help you tidy up.
The board needs to see this document tomorrow morning. Who told you to touch it?
It's just a few pieces of paper. Can't you just print another copy?
Every single page here has indentations, signatures, timestamps. Do you have any idea how much trouble it is to get all this done?
Why are you yelling at me? I didn't do it on purpose!
Bring the equipment over. Now. Immediately. It's no good. This is too difficult to restore, I'm afraid. Speak! I'm afraid only Miss Chloe would know how to handle this. Chloe?
So all these years, the one who's been cleaning up my messes was always Chloe.
The board is watching you now, and people outside are waiting to see you fail. You need to get the story straight first. Shift the responsibility away.
Shift it to whom?
Chloe. Just say Chloe concealed key information when handling the project and didn't complete a proper handover before the marriage, which dragged you into this current situation.
You want me to pin the blame on Chloe?
It's not about pinning blame, it's about protecting you first. Once the situation stabilizes, we can investigate slowly. But right now, someone has to step up and take responsibility. Vincent, you can't afford to be soft-hearted now. The outside world only cares about results. They won't distinguish who worked hard for you. You need to first stand firm, then you have the right to deal with others.
Fine, we'll do it your way, since she's so good at calculating. This time, let her bear the consequences. Before tomorrow morning, sort out the Lapos Chloe left behind and hand them over to PR. There's only one line. Chloe planted the bombs before Chloe left.
You want me to be the one to step forward for you?
You are Mrs. Thorne now. People out so believe, don't be afraid. Isn't that what the black card I gave you is for, to learn to share my burden? Remember, don't escalate, just whitewash, and don't make any mistakes.
I understand.
Who told you to invite the media?
I wanted to help you control the narrative first. They'll sympathize with us. It's already live. We can't stop it.
Mr. Thorne, why are all the old project models and signature pages signed by Chloe? Is the responsibility really Chloe's?
And the rumors about the design drafts. Why is Miss Lily's names always tied with plagiarized work? Everyone, please don't misunderstand Sister Chloe.
First, explain the connection between the video of you falling at your wedding and the trending topic your team bought. The trending topic? You bought that too?
All the turmoil today was a trap that Chloe set up long ago.
You say Chloe set a trap. What about the plagiarism rumors? Why is it always you who benefits in the end whenever something happens?
Because Chloe's jealous. Chloe can't stand seeing me marry Vincent.
The hashtag your team just bought is still trending online. You tried to use the wedding fiasco to whitewash the plagiarism scandal, but ended up dredging up all the old issues. Care to explain?
Enough! Cut the live stream!
Vincent, didn't you say this live stream would clear everything up once and for
Mr.
all?
Thorne, clear things up? Then answer this first. Why are all those old e-records, signature pages, and MN model-related print-ups on your apartment study desk signed by Chloe?
The board just sent a message. Regarding the recent cancellation of the Ryan Capital deal, tonight's out-of-control wedding live stream, the destruction of important documents, and a series of other incidents, they demand you immediately identify who is responsible. It's all because of Chloe! Chloe!
You already planning to shift the blame onto Chloe? Please answer our questions directly! No comment! My lawyer will handle all false accusations. What are you standing there for? Pull the plug! Cut the live stream!
The media just left, and 3 clients have withdrew their investment together. If we don't produce new design drafts soon, the remaining clients might also.
We used to rely on Chloe's work, but now...
What are you panicking about? Chloe's not the only one who can submit design drafts.
What do you mean?
Submit my design drafts. Once the finished works are presented, who will still pay attention to what those reporters said?
Your design drafts?
Yes, I can design too. The reason we had to use Chloe's drafts for that competition before was because we were running out of time, and the brand had a strict deadline. I was only missing the final set of finalized designs, and Chloe's drafts happened to fill the gap. Now it's different. I have a complete set ready.
How did I not think of this?
Of course you didn't think of it. You've been busy suppressing the news, the board of directors, and all those people. I was long ago, I just didn't have a chance to mention it.
Scan the design drops and send them to the board first.
Yes.
The client has reviewed the proposal. Their only comment was one word: garbage. The collaboration is canceled, effective tonight.
Give me 10 minutes. I'll personally revise the plan. I'll supplement resources. I'll double the...
First, explain who approved the additional expenses.
Lily, you were also handling the money. Talk.
I just used a bit of the budget in advance. Didn't Vincent say this black card was for Lily to learn how to share the burden?
The bank just sent the receipts. The secondary card is linked to the company's special account. The driver, stylist, jewelry, and 3 overseas buyer payments all went through this line.
$2 million on styling, $1 million on jewelry? Lily is using company money to build up Lily's own image.
So what? Vincent wanted respectability and Lily held up for Vincent.
Lily held it up. The client rejected it without even finishing the first page. And Lily dared to touch funds.
Vincent promised Lily that Vincent would handle any problems that came.
Enough, Vincent. Vincent has 10 minutes to bring Lily and all the original documents for an explanation. If Vincent is missing even one thing, Vincent and Lily are both out. Vincent, you have 1 day. Family matters, black money, signed originals. Give me the truth by tomorrow night. If you can't deliver, you and Lily get out of the company together.
Why are you looking at me? You're the one who sent those messages trying to pin the blame on Chloe.
Now that things have gone wrong, you want to use me as a scapegoat?
The black card. Hand it war.
You're the one who gave it to me! The driver, the stylist, the jewelry, which one didn't you approve? Now you're turning on me, pretending to be clean?
The supplementary card is linked to the company's special account. Finance has already filed a police report. Lily, I'm telling you for the last time, hand over the black card.
The bank receipts are out. 3 overseas buyer payments have been split and transferred, and the path is still jumping. The board wants you to report the responsible party tonight and also verify all the signed originals.
Don't look at me, I don't know anything. Wasn't the door always locked? Who knows if Chloe had already tampered with the things in the study?
Where's the black card?
I really didn't know it would turn out like this. The driver, stylist, jewelry, and those 3 how I buy your purchases, Vincent approved them all before. I just wanted to keep up appearances, Vincent. I'm your wife.
Wife. You used my supplementary card to turn the company account into a pit of fire, and now you're playing innocent with me?
I didn't mean to harm you. I was just afraid others would laugh at me, afraid they'd say I'm not good enough for you. Don't you remember? That year when you had a fever in the snowstorm, I dragged you out the car and stayed with you in the hospital until dawn. You said you'd protect me for the rest of your life.
I've never forgotten that hand from then.
I was wrong. I was completely wrong. Give me one more chance. I'll make up for everything I can. I'll listen to you. I'll never touch the company's money again.
I can forgive you, not hand you over, but this is the last time. Get the money back from me by tomorrow. If you can't get it back, you won't be staying in this family anymore.
Vincent, give us an explanation right now!
I was in overall control of the project. The process failed. All responsibility lies with me.
Responsibility lies with you? The black card is linked to the company's special account. Who approved the payments to the driver, the stylist, the jewelry, and those 3 overseas buyer transactions? Finance has already filed a police report.
I said I approved them. Authorization, disbursement review, all under my name.
Preposterous! You alone have ruined public relations, the project, and the funds. What about the group's reputation? Effective immediately, all your permissions within the group are suspended. Hand over all original signed documents and the truth by tomorrow night. If you can't deliver, you and your marriage PR will be out.
Vincent still treats me like a treasure. Today, Vincent's head was almost smashed in front of the board, yet Vincent protected me first. Vincent? So easy to fool. The one who saved Vincent back then wasn't me, it was Chloe. Chloe paved the way for me. I just stood there, cried a little, and Vincent believed it. Chloe cleaned up Vincent's messes, made plans for Vincent, even remembered what kind of wine Vincent liked to drink. But in the end, the one standing at the wedding was me. Was it worth it? So Chloe stayed with Vincent for 5 years. With From Wayun Appear. Vincent crushed Chloe. Who's the psalm with the Scheisgog? And the psalm with the Ewin? Wo Eger Sounda was Nember Vincent. Arsa Vincent serum the money and my malignancies. That real heiress Chloe. All Chloe knows is ironing shirts, matching cufflinks, guarding the left drawer of the walk-in closet like a maid. And Vincent actually thinks I love Vincent. If Vincent weren't so stupid, who would want to flatter such an arrogant man every day?
Say that again.
Vincent, when did you get back?
From the moment you said Vincent still treats me like a treasure.
You heard wrong. I was just joking with a friend.
Joking? You've destroyed everything for me, and now I come home to hear you treating me like an ATM? Say it again. Did you get close to me for money, or to step on Chloe?
Vincent, I was just talking nonsense earlier. I was just angry at Chloe.
Angry at Chloe? You've turned this home into a dumpster fire! What right do you have to be angry at Chloe?
But you chose me in the beginning! Didn't you also find Chloe annoying? Chloe's subserviency? That Chloe couldn't live without you?
Shut up! How dare you mention Chloe? Chloe remembered my schedule, my meals and wine, my cufflinks, even which days I get a headache. And you? All you do is cause trouble.
You're blaming me now? For my sake, you personally crushed Chloe! Chloe's leaving. Wasn't that exactly what you wanted?
Chloe's really gone. Get out. Get out now! Chloe, how dare you leave me alone? Even if I have to turn Manhattan upside down, I will find you.
Hotels, hospitals, airports, and all Chloe's usual haunts have been checked. Still no trace of Chloe.
Can't find Chloe?
Chloe's phone is disconnected, and the surveillance trail has gone cold. It's as if Chloe vanished into thin air. Should we deploy more pound power, seal off the airports and docks?
Keep looking. Watch every exit in the city. Chloe couldn't have disappeared this cleanly. Chloe, where on earth are you hiding?
The number you dialed is out of service.
You wouldn't even leave me a single number.
Tonight, Arthur Howard concludes his European itinerary and officially returns to the country. The Howard family confirms that a private dinner will be arranged this week for Mrs. Howard, with the guest list covering all the core elites of Manhattan's Upper East Side. This is the first time Arthur has publicly arranged a private banquet in the name of Mrs. Howard, and the identity of the woman remains undisclosed.
Chloe? Are you bringing me gossip news too? What I need right now is people, top designers.
Our partners rejected 3 more proposals this week. I've contacted people in Milan, Paris, and New York, but no one's drafts have gotten their approval.
A bunch of useless fools! If the new collection doesn't come out soon, the company's cash flow will break. What am I supposed to tell the board?
Don't worry, sir. Mr. Howard released news tonight that he's hosting a dinner party for his wife next week. The guest list just came out.
He's throwing a party for his wife. What does that have to do with me?
The word in the circle is that Mr. Howard's wife never makes public appearances, but she holds top-class resource. She not only understands decide, but she can also decide on collaborations with several old Oba Apais.
I'll attend to her myself. Whatever conditions she sets, as long as she's willing to cooperate, I'll accept. I want to see for myself just how difficult it is to invite this legendary Mrs. Howard.
Mrs. Howard, if she's willing to cooperate, I can turn my situation around.
Tell Mr. Howard I want to see his wife. Name her price. Impossible. Chloe. How is it you?
Chloe, you finally...
Sir, you've mistaken me for someone else.
Chloe!
You've been avoiding me for so long, and now you don't even dare to look at me?
Excuse me, who are you?
Stop acting. I don't care where you've been hiding. I'm here today to meet Mrs. Howard to discuss cooperation. Step aside. Don't block me with this kind of trick.
We'll talk about our matters after the party.
Allow me to formally introduce myself. I am Chloe Howard.
Stop the act. You're clearly Chloe Sinclair. How could you possibly be the star of tonight's event?
Sir, you've mistaken me for someone else. Please step aside.
Come back with me. You've taken this farce far enough. It's time to end it.
Where are the security guards? This gentleman seems to be drunk and is speaking nonsense.
You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Setting up scheme, changing your name, and now pretending not know me, all to force me to bow my head?
Impossible. Chloe, come with...
My wife. Do you think you're worthy of touching Chloe?
How long are you going to keep up this act? You clearly—
The Howard family's private dinner does not welcome those who lack courtesy. Please step back.
Take your hand back. Do you have my permission to lay a finger on my wife?
Someone, please escort this gentleman out.
Let go! I want to see Mrs. Howard! I need to discuss business with Mrs. Howard! Do you know who I am? Chloe!
Ladies and gentlemen, my apologies for the disturbance that has interrupted your enjoyment. Now, allow me to formally introduce the sole hostess of this evening.
She is no stranger. She is a member of the Howard family, Mrs. Howard, Chloe Howard!
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to reintroduce. Tonight's banquet is prepared for one person only. Welcome the one the Howard family is welcoming back. Welcome my wife. Welcome the only hostess of tonight, Chloe.
Now, you don't need to make way for anyone anymore.
You had this all planned out?
The dignity the Howard family owed you, I'm making up for it on your behalf.
Why are you going to such lengths?
Because you deserve it. Don't move.
Arthur, this is a public place.
That's why I need to be quicker.
In the past, I could stand all night, and no one ever asked if it hurt. I'm not cold.
I know. It's that I don't want others staring at you for too long. I'll carry you back.
People will see.
Then let them see. My wife doesn't need to force herself to maintain appearances for anyone.
Arthur, put me down.
Chloe, you can get used to this.
Used to what?
Used to someone putting you first.
Mr. Arthur, surely Miss Chloe should drink this glass tonight?
Chloe doesn't need to. If you want to toast, come at me.
That's enough. You don't have to shoulder this for me.
Your ankles are rubbed raw, yet you're still wearing high heels to deal with them. Now it's my turn.
Arthur, why are you so good to me?
Because I saw you a long, long time ago.
You saw me?
Chloe! Get out here! What are you hiding from? You think changing your dress and putting on a coat will make me not recognize you?
Vincent, even the way you mistake people now is pathetic.
Impossible.
I've watched you for 5 years. I know it's you just by the way you lift your eyes.
Chloe said she doesn't want to see you. Who do you think you are? Open the door. You got thrown out and still haven't learned to shut up?
You think clinging to Arthur can erase the past? You were my fiancé, and this isn't over. It's Chloe. It has to be Chloe.
Hit that door one more time and I'll make sure you can't even stand on the street tonight.
Chloe, you can't run! Even if I have to turn all of Manhattan upside down, I'll find you and bring you back!
Where did Chloe, who left with Arthur just now, go?
Excuse me, sir.
Mrs. Howard is coming tonight. Who's receiving Mrs. Howard?
The gentleman is accompanying Mrs. Howard personally.
Get the person in charge here. The company's collaboration must be finalized tonight.
What is Chloe? Just an ex throwing a tantrum? What I need is a top-tier designer who can save the day. But Chloe's gown and presence just now, they really did resemble the rumored Mrs. Howard. Chloe? No, impossible. Chloe doesn't have that capability. Chloe just found some man on the spot and deliberately paraded him in front of me to put on a show.
Does Chloe think that would make me look back? Lily, what are you doing here?
Vincent, you're here too? I came with a friend to deliver a gift and just happened to get into this cocktail party. I didn't expect to run into you.
Get out of the way.
You're looking for Mrs. Howard. Is it for that deal?
How do you know?
The circle is just that small. At last year's charity luncheon, I met Mrs. Howard. Mrs. Howard even complimented my design gown. If you're really in a hurry, I can make the connection for you.
You can get an appointment with Mrs. Howard?
Of course. If I'm willing, Mrs. Howard will still give me that much chance. But Mrs. Howard hates wasting her time. You know the rules. Show your sincerity first.
How much?
50 million. A connection fee. If you're a step late, this deal will go to someone else.
50 million? Lily dares to ask for that with just a word? Is Vincent really giving it to Lily?
I knew it. You trust me the most.
9 o'clock tomorrow morning. If Mrs. Howard doesn't show up, you know the consequences.
Now can you take me to see Mrs. Howard?
What's the rush? Someone of that caliber isn't someone you can see just because you say so.
I've already given you 50 million.
50 million is the admission ticket, not the result. First, accompany me back to the main hall and help me shut up those gossipy ladies. They were just laughing at me for wearing the wrong season. Vincent, if you dare leave now, I'll cut off the connection to Mrs. Howard immediately.
Cut it off then.
Can you bear to? Let me tell you, Mrs. Howard hates people who don't keep their promises the most. If you don't make me happy tonight, forget about a meeting. You won't even get near the door.
It's Chloe. That figure just now, it was Chloe!
Did you hear me? Come back with me first.
You better not be lying to me.
That's more like it. Keep up.
Vincent has a lot of social engagements usually, but Vincent made time tonight to accompany me here for a visit. Right?
Had enough socializing? When exactly are you going to let me see Mrs. Howard?
Vincent, do you think someone of that stature is just available to see anyone? I still have to placate these ladies in the main hall for you.
You took my money. This one is higher than the 50 million from before. Now lead the way.
Fine. The backstage lounge. Mrs. Howard only gives 10 minutes. Don't say anything out of line.
You'd better not be playing me. Chloe?
How can you be here?
Mrs. Howard won't see me, so you come instead? Playing hide and sneak, playing with identities. What exactly are you trying to do?
Move aside. You're blocking the door.
You're the one I've been looking for, aren't you? The designer I couldn't get an appointment with no matter how much money I offered. It's you. Talk to me alone. Now.
Vincent, you should first—
Shut up!
What do you want to talk about? How you stole my design? Or how you personally accused me of plagiarism?
That show I can explain. Chloe, stop this nonsense. Come out with me.
You want to explain now? It's too late.
Chloe doesn't need to go out with you.
This is between Chloe and me.
You're mistaken. Now, anything concerning Chloe goes through me first.
Who are you? What right do you have to interfere?
Because Chloe is my wife. And I am the host of this banquet, Arthur Howard.
Is everything he said true? Wife? Are you done using this kind of talk to provoke me?
Move aside.
You would marry Arthur? Chloe Howard, you loved me for 5 years. How can you cut it off so cleanly? It's just a piece of paper, a transaction, isn't it? Say it!
Vincent, come back to the main hall with me first. Mrs. Howard is still waiting.
Shut up!
It's very rude of you to keep questioning my wife about the truth.
Wife? Like you love to use marriage as a bargaining chip. Wish him a Tinks marry to you, and marry.
Whatever my reasons, it's none of your business.
At every front shorted that you're not just acting out of spite!
Marriage registration, 3:12 p.m. yesterday. Legal, effective. Chloe Howard is my spouse.
You really married Arthur?
Yes. Too late.
Chloe, it's business. Let's talk for 5 minutes.
Vincent, do you even need to use a project name as an excuse to block my way now?
I just want a chance to explain. 5 years shouldn't end with just your one word. It's over. That show turned into such a mess because Lily kept crying and making a scene.
Vincent! You promised you'd protect me!
Who Vincent protects is none of my concern. All I remember is that at that show, in front of all the cameras, you said the one who plagiarized was me.
I can make it up to you. Reputation, resources, awards. I'll give you whatever you want.
Just give me one chance to explain alone.
What I cared about was never any of those things. What I wanted was for you to believe in me. Now that I don't love you anymore, your act is too late.
Vincent, Chloe is my wife. For cooperation, you have no right to bypass me. For explanations, Chloe has no obligation to listen.
This is between Chloe and me. 5 years of history. What gives you the right to interfere?
What gives Arthur the right? The fact that I signed the papers at 3:12 p.m. yesterday.
The fact that your testimony personally buried those 5 years.
Vincent, let's go see Mrs. Howard first, not here. Where are you taking Vincent? To keep using my name to pave your way? Don't flatter yourself. Who would want to use you?
Listen carefully, everyone. From now on, any foundation, brand, or banquet project
that dares to use my wife's name to do favors for Vincent Thorne, the Howard family will withdraw all funding. This is not a warning. It's a notice.
Withdraw funding? Those art funds rely entirely on the Howard family support.
Vincent's connections are severed tonight.
Arthur, you're willing to cut off my path for a woman?
You're mistaken. I'm clearing the path for my wife.
Vincent, aren't you the one who loves to keep accounts the most? And calculate now. How many friends do you have left?
Lily, you don't even have an invitation and you dare to sneak into my banquet? I came with Vincent. He invited me.
The guest list has been checked. Lily is not on it. and Vincent has no extra guest privileges. What did you say?
50 million wasn't enough, so you made him write another check? Lily, you're not here for the banquet tonight. You're here to sell connections.
No. Vincent, you're the one who wanted to see Mrs. Howard. I was just helping you.
Helping me? You said you could make the connection, but it turns out you're not even qualified to get through the door.
You promised it to me.
So you're using me as an ATM and a laughingstock?
My wife's meaning is clear. The person who sneaked into the banquet leaves immediately. The paid the sneak arc also leaves.
You've deceived me again!
Vincent, save me first.
Didn't you love believing her the most? Tonight, take your time believing.
Chloe! You heard me, didn't you?
When you scraped the back of your left heel, you refused to put on a Band-Aid, insisting it would be fine after walking a few steps. You'd frown after just touching the rim of a champagne glut because it was too cold. When you stayed up late drawing, you had to have black coffee before dawn. Who else knows these things aside me?
Mr. Arthur asked me to tell you this is Mrs. Chloe's manor. No one is allowed near without permission.
Mrs. Chloe was with me for 5 years. I know Chloe better than anyone.
One more thing. If you keep banging on the gate, I'll call the patrol car.
Let Arthur come out. He just picked up what I discarded.
Mr. Arthur also said Mrs. Chloe doesn't need to live by old accounts. Remember your boundaries.
Chloe loved me for 5 years. Chloe can't just cut it off like that.
You won't see Chloe tonight. Or ever.
Chloe, hiding from me is useless. I'll make you come out and see me.
Today, the allocation of the fund will be decided by my wife. The speech will also be given by Chloe.
Wife? Mr. Arthur, a hastily drafted for game be called Jin Sing Sings. Chloe is just trying to get back at me.
You, like a stray dog, waited outside someone else's door all night, unable to even get in. And you're qualified to talk about true feelings?
Chloe, you've had your fun. It's time to stop this charade. You know better than anyone, in all of Manhattan, only I can give you the status and position you desire. Vincent, you should learn basic etiquette and proper address. Chloe is not someone you can address by her first name now. You're just playing along with Chloe's act. You don't love Chloe at all. Chloe is not only my legally registered wife, but also the sole mistress of my family.
Vincent, now, do you see where you should be kneeling?
Chloe, just come back, and the entire new brand will be under your leadership. Merges, channels, budget, name your price.
Have you forgotten? The day I left you, I threw away everything that needed to be discarded.
That project was open for you in the first place. You understand it best, you understand me best. Just nod, and I can pretend everything that happened before never did.
You opened the project not because you understand me, but because there's no one left by your shive to clean up your mess.
You're still angry, aren't you? You're standing here on purpose just to make me bow my head.
Fine, I admit it. Whatever you want, I'll give it to you.
What I want, you can't afford to give. Dignity, trust, and stop appearing in front of me.
Mr. Thorne, my wife has made herself very clear.
Furthermore, the Howard family has established a new collection. The design director will be Chloe, and only Chloe. At Tonsure, the Howard family is completely withdrawing all investments from Thorne Capital. Sir, the florist has stopped deliveries. No one has confirmed your guest list. The board breakfast tomorrow morning has been canceled. And also, the 2 scandals we suppressed for you last week, no one is handling the aftermath this time.
Who used to handle these things?
It was always Miss Chloe.
You're back just in time. Give me another card. I took that set of high jewelry tonight. Tomorrow, the media—
Shut up! How much have you spent? How much trouble have you caused? Why does this house look like an auction house?
I just bought a few things. It's not like you haven't given me things before. Besides, Chloe knew how to play the virtuous role, but I don't want to learn Chloe's act.
Learn? Are you even worthy of mention Chloe?
Didn't you say the socialette circles were fighting to invite you?
They agreed in the first place. Someone is deliberately sabotaging me. It must be Chloe.
Enough! What else can you do besides swiping cards, lying, and causing trouble?
You're blaming me now? Didn't you say yourself back then that someone like Chloe would be nothing without you?
So, all these years, what I threw away wasn't Chloe at all. It was my own life.
Chloe cleaned up my messes for me. From finances to social engagements, from arranging medicine boxes to guest lists, never making a single mistake. And you can't even understand a simple reservation email. All you know how to do is sign bills and squander money.
I was holding up your image, those society ladies, if it weren't for—
For you what? For turning my home into a pile of bills? For using my name to rack up debts everywhere? Starting today, all your supplemental cards, access privileges, and account authorizations are revoked. Pack up everything you brought when you moved in tonight. In this house, you won't take a single thing that doesn't belong to you. We're getting a divorce.
You're kicking me out?
Of course, with nothing.
You can't do this to me. I attended banquets with you, met people for you, navigated social circles for you.
All you ever did was cause me trouble. The lawyer will bring the papers to you tomorrow. You'll sign them, or you'll get out.
But Vincent, I have nowhere to go.
That's your problem.
Mr. Arthur is truly considerate of Chloe. The moment Chloe frowns, he knows Chloe is uncomfortable.
How enviable.
All of you shut up! In this circle, the one who understands Chloe the most is me.
Why is he here again?
You like to let your morning coffee cool for 2 minutes. You hate anyone touching the left side of your desk when you're sketching, and when your stomach hurts, you can't sleep all night. Chloe, I'm the only one who remembers these things. So what if you married Arthur? Can you really forget me?
Vincent!
Mind the occasion. Everyone in this city knows who Chloe used to belong to.
You say you understand me best? Then what was that testimony back then? The day I was pushed onto the defendant's stand, you stood opposite me and didn't say a single word in my defense.
Chloe, I had my reasons back then.
Chloe doesn't need to hear your reasons. Sir, please leave immediately. You wore it for 5 years. Chloe, look at it and tell me. Have you really let go?
5 years? It ended the day you put someone else's name on my design.
If you really don't care, why don't you dare touch this ring?
You don't dare, because I'm still in your heart.
Don't touch my wife with that thing.
Wife? What are you? We had 5 years, and you think a piece of paper can erase that? You promised me. We were engaged.
I waited. I remembered your stomach aches. I remembered where you put your tie for the next day. I remembered everything for you. But that doesn't mean I should have lost myself in the process.
So you just turned around and married Arthur? Is this your revenge through marriage?
Chloe doesn't need revenge on anyone. Chloe simply made the right decision after leaving you.
Chloe, look at me. Dare you say you feel nothing for me now?
I do. Disgust. Don't call my name again. Just hearing your voice makes me sick. You were supposed to go to the airport tonight.
Not anymore.
Vincent is harassing me. You shouldn't have to clean up my mess.
First, he's harassing my wife. Second, my schedule is my call.
But you've been preparing for this trip for a long time.
Work won't run away. You'd be too annoyed to sleep.
Arthur, I owe you more and more.
Don't make me sound like a philanthropist.
Then what are you after?
I'm after the fact that when you're by my side, you don't have to tough it out alone anymore.
If you keep doing this, I might misunderstand.
Then misunderstand for now. At least tonight, I'm here.
For me? To block Vincent? Why would you go this far? Don't talk about the contract again. I can tell that's not the truth.
All right, then I'll tell you the truth. It wasn't today, and it wasn't last night. I've wanted to stand by your side for many years. I watched you chase after someone else for those 5 years. Every time you were wronged, I was always a step too late. Now, I don't want to be late anymore.
Do you know what I feel like right now? Like something just dragged out of a fire. Ugly and still burning hot.
Then don't rush to touch the fire again. I like you, and you don't need to answer that tonight. You can take your time to think, to watch, for as long as you need. I'll wait.
Arthur, I might need time.
I have all the time in the world. Chloe. Term clause.
It looks like an addendum filed by an external law firm.
It's a contract marriage. Get the car ready. I'm going to negotiate. I've checked. The registration is real. But yours is a contract marriage. So everything is negotiable. Name your terms, and I'll make up for it. Projects, funds, channels, even more than what's written in your contract. Fill in the amount. Vincent, you still only know how to buy answers with money. Contracts are all about interests. Since you could sign it once, you can sign it a second time. Your registration was fast, efficient, but any agreement has termination clauses.
You're this happy because you think I can be put back on your bargaining table?
At least it proves you haven't fallen in love with Arthur. You're wrong. The contract now only states one thing. Chloe is already my lawful wife. How the contract is written is our business, not yours to discuss.
You dare to put a show with a contract marriage? Chloe, do you really think I let you wait in his door?
My door is not for you to comment off.
Chloe was with me for 5 years. This old abhorrent ring, Chloe died for 5 years. Your family values lineage, values pedigree.
Do you dare take Chloe to meet the elders? Chloe wouldn't even be allowed past the 4-day.
Mr. Arthur, as long as you sign now to terminate this...
Shut up!
You keep talking about 5 years, but do you remember how many things I handled for you? Your appointments, your bills, your dinner party guest lists, where to put the hangover medicine. I managed it all. And now you think holding this old ring proves you ever cherished me?
I never abandoned you. You were the one who turned away first.
Chloe turned away because you weren't worthy.
Vincent, from today on, you don't even have the right to question me.
Fine. If you dare go back to the Howard family with Arthur, I'll be waiting to see you get thrown out on the stat! Then let Vincent see it clearly. You're willing? I'll take you to meet my family elder. This is my lawful wife, Chloe. Any objections?
Wall Street is buzzing with rumors that you're a joke, abandoned by an upstart.
Rumors also say the Howard family is rigid and old-fashioned.
It seems neither is very credible.
Bold enough! 100 times better than that blind Vincent. Tomorrow night's heirloom banquet will be entirely managed by Chloe.
Impossible! How can a woman I discarded be in charge of an old money family's banquet?
Sir, all the media who were waiting to laugh have switched sides. Miss Chloe is now someone we absolutely cannot reach.
Mr. Arthur's orders, no one is allowed near the madam's estate. Get out of my way! I need to see Chloe! You suddenly married Arthur just to get back at me, right? In your heart. You don't have Arthur at all, right?
Should we have Vincent removed?
No need. Let Vincent kneel there and sober up. Yes, I did love you once.
I knew it. Chloe, I knew you still.
But in my eyes, this belated affection of yours now is cheaper than trash.
Aren't you curious why I let him kneel outside the door all night?
If you want to tell me, I'll listen. If you don't, I'm here.
I used to do all these things for others. Where to put the hangover medicine, whose mother's birthday is when, what flowers to send to which party. If I made a mistake, I was the one who lost face. If I did it right, no one remembered.
Tonight, seeing him gwading, I actually just find mozzie.
Now let him keep kneel. The estate's ground wince on your shiz.
Arthur, I never believed in marriage before, even less that someone would stand by my side without keeping score, without demanding repayment. But now I'm starting to believe it.
That's good news. But don't rush to give me an answer. You find your peace first. For the rest, I'll wait patiently.
He's been kneeling here all night without leaving? How pathetic.
I heard he offended the lady of this manor. Serves him right.
Chloe, I beg you, see me.
Sir, madam, Mr. Vincent has collapsed outside the door.
Call a car and have him thrown back. Don't dirty the manor's grounds.
As my lady wishes.
You're finally awake. After you fainted, you tore Mr. Arthur's bodyguards.
Where's Chloe? Did she just watch me die?
Chloe, didn't even spare you a glance.
She used to feel strustful even if I just frowns? Trying to shake me off? Dream on. Contact all the media in New York. Issue a press release saying I'm critically ill with a perforated stomach ulcer on the verge of death at any moment.
Sir, this will cause the company's stock price to plummet.
Send it! I want the whole internet to know I'm seriously ill because of her, Chloe. Use public opinion to tie her back to me.
Starving himself, faking death, using public opinion to force a surrender? What a despicable tactic.
Does he think that by playing pitiful, I'll go running to save him like I used to, degrading myself? Since he wants to die so badly, then let him die completely.
Mrs. Chloe, Mr. Vincent is critically ill with a perforated stomach ulcer, and as Vincent's ex, you're just standing by coldly.
Do you have any humanity left at all?
Who gave you the audacity to cause trouble at my wife's estate?
Mr. Arthur, the whole city is waiting for a response. Mr. Vincent is risking his life for Chloe.
Vincent's life? That kind of man loves only himself.
Open your damn eyes and see clearly. These are the real medical records from Hope Hospital. Vincent doesn't even have gastritis. Clear these idiots out! If you dare do this again, the legal team will bankrupt you all! Chloe, how dare you team up with Arthur to humiliate me like this? Trampling my face into the dirt!
Sir, the Wall Street shareholders saw the live boss.
They say your credibility is completely bankrupt.
Sir, the Wall Street shareholders saw the live stream. They've concluded you faked the critical illness. Your credibility is completely bankrupt. All your holdings have collapsed. Chloe Howard, you think you can shake me off? Dream on! Tell PR to issue a joint station records for me buying troll armies and issuing the critical illness press release. Make them all look like came from Lily Smith's account. You mean, tell Wall Street that Lily Smith maliciously hype-used my means. Pin the indebtor credibility bankruptcy scandal on her. Bring the bodyguards. We're going to her apartment.
Vincent Thorne? I knew you couldn't bear to let me go. You're here to take me back to remarry.
Take you back? I'm here to inform you that from now on, all the black PR smearing Chloe Howard online and that idiot stunt of faking a critical illness to deceive Wall Street, it was all done by you behind my back.
You want me to take the fall?
You spent so much of my money. Now it's time for you to pay your debt. Sign this confession statement.
I didn't do this! I'm your wife! How dare you protect that bitch!
Enough! I've already forcibly reclaimed all the properties and trusts you transferred away.
You can't be this ruthless! If you push me, I'll die right here and now! Let me go!
Sign it.
I won't sign! I never did such a thing! I won't sign!
Hold her hand down and make her sign.
Contact all media outlets and authoritative design institutions across New York. Publicly release all the recordings and transfer records of how I covered for her and committed perjury to steal Crow's design feeks back then.
Worsens, you're insane! Exposing the perjury will ruin your reputation too! Are you willing to destroy yourself for that woman?
As long as Chloe can see my sincerity, the small price is nothing.
Issue the press release immediately.
Mr. Vincent, as your wife, Miss Lily, fabricated medical records to force Mrs. Chloe to appear. Was this done with your authorization?
I'm sitting here today not for those damn medical records.
Is this the original surveillance footage from the fashion show that year?
Miss Lily actually stole Mrs. Chloe's original manuscript? Back then, I used my capital authority to forcibly erase this surveillance footage. I was blind. For the daughter of a maid, I gave false testimony in front of the entire city's media, personally splashing the dirty water of plagiarism onto Chloe. Chloe, now I'm returning the truth to you. Mr. Vincent, do you admit to using capital to erase the surveillance footage and giving false testimony to frame Mrs. Chloe? Yes. It was me
who personally stole Chloe's hard work to pave the way for that fraud. Chloe, I'll give everything back to you, please. Just look at me one more time.
The industry-wide blacklist order has been issued. Prepare to face the astronomical breach of contract penalties.
Vincent! Save me! Those brands are trying to ruin me. I can't afford the sky-high penalty fees.
Save you? What the hell are you?
We've been together for 5 years. You can't be this heartless.
5 years. Every single thing you've warned and enjoyed these past 5 years, wasn't it all bought with Chloe's blood? Stealing her designs to play the genius, usurping her position to throw your weight around.
Did you really think you could wear stolen glory for a lifetime?
No. It was you who handed everything to me back then.
So now I'm gonna personally destroy everything you have. You're gonna spit out everything you stole. With interest. Get her out of here.
Vincent! You can't be this heartless. It was me who stayed by your side for these 5 years. Who took care of you when you were sick?
You're not even served water. You're not even worthy of sud water. You stole Chloe's life, and you really think you're something?
You were the one who handed Chloe's design beats to me. You were the one who drove Chloe away. What's with this act of devotion now?
Throw her out the Upper East area.
Chloe, I won't let you off even as a ghost.
Why does Chloe get to climb up by stepping on me? Why does Chloe get to be the rich lady inside? It's all Chloe's fault. Chloe, I'll drag you down to hell with me.
Chloe! Give me back the life that belongs to mine!
The 5 years you stole are up.
I'm the one Vincent loves most! Cuckabeckin' Mord! He's coming to save me right now! How dare you touch me!
Too noisy. Call the police and hand her over. Attempted murder plus corporate fraud. Let her rot in prison for the rest of her life.
Understood.
Chloe, I've dealt with Lily. These are all the shares of my consortium. I'm giving them all to you, please. Give me one last chance.
Move aside. Don't block my VIPs from viewing the samples.
What if I give you my life? 5 years of feelings, can you really just throw them away like that?
Assistant? Madam, your instructions. Dispose of this pile of scrap paper. It's an eyesore.
No! Chloe, you can't do this to me!
Crowley, you can't shake me off!
Chloe, come out! Give me one last chance!
Step back! This is Mrs. Claudie's estate. Yasha has warned you not to come one step closer. Get out of my way! I was Clotte for 5 years. I'm the only one in Claudie's heart. Chloe! No. Chloe, don't smile at Yasha. Look at me! Chloe! That position! It should have been mine!
Mr. Thorne, my wife doesn't need to smile at trash.
Cree,
I was wrong. I've loved only you from the very beginning. Please, give me one last chance. Come home with me.
Home? For you to steal my life's work and publicly prejudge yourself to destroy my reputation. What you loved was just the sight of me grumbling.
I've thrown Lily out. Let's start over, okay?
You only disgust me now. Listen clearly, Winchenta. The person I love now is Yasha.
Impossible! You loved me for 5 whole years! How could you love someone else? You're just angry with me! You can't not love me! Come back! Give her back to me! She's mine! Chloe is mine!
Tonight we have the honor of welcoming the most prestigious queen, Miss Chloe Howard. In just the past 48 hours, she's not only swept through the New York haute couture fashion shows, secured the full authority to host the industry's most opposed top legacy gala, but also with an absolute overwhelming moment, completely reconstructed the core assets of Wall Street real. Ms. Howard, as you stand at the pinnacle of power today, having achieved such glorious success, everyone is very curious. Who is the most important person in your life?
It's me. Tell them it's me!
Of course, it's my husband, Yasha.
No, you're lying. You said it. The most important person to you was clearly me. Chloe, you can't leave me.
Sir, the Wall Street shareholders have jointly voted to remove you from your position as CEO. Remove me? Let them.
All I want is Chloe! I'm going to her studio. She must still be waiting for me.
I don't even want the CEO position anymore.
Come back with me more. Back me.
Mr. Thorne, my studio doesn't take in strays.
I lost everything for you. How can you be so heartless?
Throw him out. Don't dirty my place.
Chloe, you can't shake me off!
Vincent! For our 10-year anniversary, can we go to the sea? I want to drink the Tyro dictionary.
Every second on Wall Street generates millions in profit. I don't have time to watch with you see. Lily is sick. She needs me more right now.
For 3 whole years, my hopes were only worthy of being trampled in the mud.
Which one caught your eye?
This sea. I think it would perfectly complement the main color palette of my haute couture collection. You bought an island?
It's a Howard family rule. The lady's exclusive inspiration vault must be an absolutely private domain.
I used to think I couldn't live without him.
And now?
I just feel utterly disgusted.
Since the 2 children are in love, let's finalize the marriage alliance between Chloe and Vincent next month.
I'll follow your arrangements, Uncle.
She is dull and empty, not worthy of even a single part of you.
That engagement ring I waited 5 years for, just like that, ended up on the hand of the maid's daughter.
He doesn't even have the right to look up to you in this lifetime.
For the past 5 years, you've endured so much injustice. I should have snatched you away sooner.
Actually, it stopped hurting a long time ago. The moment I saw that ring being slipped onto Lily's finger by his own hand, the Chloe who groveled and clung to him died right then and there. He thought that by condescendingly offering some compensation from on high, I'd wag my tail like a dog?
Then who do you belong to now?
The old accounts are completely settled. My person and my heart now belong entirely to you. Only you.
Boss, we've thoroughly investigated Arthur's background. You'd better brace yourself.
Arthur was stalking Chloe? That despicable pervert!
Boss, Arthur has had his eyes on Miss Chloe for a long time. The investigation shows Arthur has been secretly in love with Chloe for a full 5 years.
5 years? Arthur is an heir to an old money family! How dare Arthur pick up Chloe, the woman I discarded?
Arthur didn't just pick Chloe up. All signs indicate Arthur was waiting for you to drive Miss Chloe away, so Arthur could intervene legitimately.
For 5 years, Arthur has been watching my woman. Chloe is mine. Chloe should be mine! Chloe, look at these. You've been tricked. Arthur has had his eyes on you for 5 years.
The contract marriage was a trap. Arthur planned it all. Arthur's been watching you from the shadows for 5 years. Come back to me, please.
So what? Plotted by Arthur, I became a luxury master. Loved by you, Vincent, I turned into a plagiarist. I'd love Arthur to scheme against me sooner.
I was wrong. I was really wrong. I using driven away that lily. This is your winning ring. Please put it on again and give me another chance. No, you can love me. You clearly love me. Calculating. Everything is calculating me. Arthur is plotting against me. Ooh, they're all lying to me.
No one is plotting against you, Vincent. Up to this point today, it's all your own fault.
I was wrong. I beg you to give me one last chance. It's all my fault.
Your begging and begging look is really nauseating.
Sorry, I'm 10 minutes late to pick up your favorite blue star flower.
I'm willing to wait, as long as it's from you.
Blue star flower? She has been by my side for 5 whole years, and I don't even know what flower she likes?
Mr. Vincent, don't dirty my wife's shoes.
Open it and take a look.
The most core team in the industry? Did you bought it directly?
A belated wedding gift. From today on, you are the highest decision maker there.
It's too valuable. I can't accept it.
Don't like ready-made ones?
Vincent once manipulated my design with capital. I want to completely strip off the label of Wall Street. I can no longer rely on any old money capital.
I want to use the name Chloe to create an independent personal brand, even if starting from scratch.
As you wish. Is the future director Chloe ready to face the storm?
The stronger the wind and waves, the more windy I stand. The supplier demanded termination of all contracts.
Miss Chloe, we recognize your design foundation, but now you have separated from Wall Street Capital and started your own brand independently. Top-tier fabrics require massive cash flow support, and to be frank, this risk is too high for us to follow up.
Mr. Smith, capital can generate noise, but only top-let artistry retains discerning clients. The designs I've created over the past 5 years have delivered a 300% premium to Wall Street. Now, by shedding those false sponsorships, this most pure core value will be directly tied to your fabric.
This is the internal pre-order intention letter for the new season of Gauding. Just by the words Chloe, 3 European royal families have already paid the full deposit. What you are now rejecting is not an abandoned child who has lost the protection of a wealthy conglomerate, but the absolute pricing power of the top luxury market in the next decade.
Miss Chloe, your mind works better than a Wall Street checkbook.
It seems that Mr. Arthur's prepared card doesn't even have a chance to play today.
It's my honor to witness Director Chloe's great victory over all parties with my own eyes.
Sitting inside is the highest board of directors of the family. Although most elders appreciate your talent, a few conservatives have to examine you face to face. I'll go in with you.
This is my personal brand debut. If I am escorted by you, they will always receive me as a vassal.
Even if you all agree with her design, I still say that. That upstart woman on Wall Street wants to make a debut with our family's money too? This is simply lowering our style.
Watch your mouth, old chap. Miss Chloe's ability is obvious to all.
The Money family has never been interested in bloodline, let alone those boring gossip, but can monopolize the aesthetic discourse right in the next decade.
10 minutes. I will make you willing to send me the agreement for additional investment.
Manhattan's modern geometric tailoring can perfectly mesh with the Suzhou embroidery ripples in the east?
Yes, sir. I dismantled the family iris totem and blended it into the main yarn with invisible embroidery. Pay tribute to the old money, but don't get stuck in tradition.
Those idiots on Wall Street actually slandered you as a plagiarized loser? Vincent is so blind!
Rumors stop at strength. I hope this project can be worthy of the family's century-old reputation.
Worthy! Perfect match!
Unanimous vote. I personally add another $50 the budget for the first show. I want this big show to smash the whole New York fashion circle.
Thank you for your generosity and trust.
My wife, born to sit on the altar.
Arthur, put me down. The embroidery of the main model is not finished yet.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning. The old money family forbids the big show manager die suddenly on the workbench.
Our agreement never mentioned sharing the same bed.
Shut up and sleep. If you move again, tonight won't end peacefully for you.
Chloe's heartbeat. How fast, like to burst Chloe's chest.
After 5 years, Chloe finally lies in my bed.
It's time to rest, my true god.
Just one last stroke.
Chloe, my baby, I love you.
I'm Vincent the sharp one. Let me in!
Look at this mad dog. It's disgusting.
Sharpung has been a bagger. So hot.
Throw it into the back alley. Don't dirty my wife's path.
No, Chloe! Don't touch my Chloe!
Has the main fabric been detained by customs? Note Malama factory to initiate Plan B. I will fly over in person and book the red-eye flight immediately.
Red-eye flight canceled. The private jet is already warming up.
You are crazy? Tomorrow.
Those are all small things. Now the lady's talent is the only priority. Close your eyes and rest. The next battlefield, I will fight with you.
Did the power outage happen at this time? The progress of the debut flagship product cannot be interrupted for even a second.
Don't panic. I'm here. I am Arthur. Within 10 minutes, transfer all the heavy-duty generators available in the city to the factory. If you can't do it, get out of the European zone.
Is it worth it for you to mobilize the old money family's card overnight just for my word?
The wealth of Manhattan is within my reach, but my wife's hard work is priceless.
Chloe.
Arthur, it's just a minor injury. Big Show is about to...
Hold it. No matter how important the show is, it's not as important as you.
Why are you so good to me? We are clearly just a contract.
Contract? Chloe, my gaze has never left you since 5 years ago.
5 years? Have you been there all along?
5 whole years. You watched me be made a fool by Vincent. Why didn't you say anything sooner?
Because back then, you were completely and utterly devoted to that idiot. I was afraid of scaring you away. All I could do was wait.
From this moment on, the contract is void.
Chloe, do you know what tearing that up means?
It means I don't just want your power and influence. I want you.
As you wish, my wife. At tomorrow's fashion show,
I'm going to let the whole city know who the true mistress of this house is.
Perfect! Absolutely perfect! This exquisite craftsmanship is unparalleled! I hereby declare that Chloe is the new design deeded of Manhattan.
Once, someone tried to steal my life's work and trample my dignity. But today, I stand here, the master of my own world.
My queen, you were always meant to shine among the clouds.
Chloe, that's my fiancé! You were supposed to be mine!
Chloe, be my true wife and take over everything I have.
No! She's mine! Chloe, come back! Where did this lunatic come from? Get lost!
Quick, take a picture! The former Wall Street tycoon, Vincent Thorne. He really looks like a stray dog.
Chloe, I was wrong. Please, just look back at me once.
Everyone, tonight's toast isn't just for the fashion show. I officially announce that my personal brand will enter a lifelong strategic partnership with the Arthur Family Consortium.
Miss Chloe, this is a joint venture proposal from 6 top luxury brands. If you just nod, the profit split is 9-1 in your favor.
This is a joint venture proposal from top luxury brands.
Our brand is willing to give up our global core distribution channels. Please, just sign.
Form a line. My wife's schedule is already booked for the next 5 years.
If you want to collaborate, go get a number from my business team.
Sir, the security net in the kitchen area was triggered. We caught a madman trying to force his way in.
Don't dirty my wife's venue. Throw him out.
Chloe! It's me! It's Vincent! I've kicked Lily out of my life. I'm here for you, to take you home.
A big shot from Wall Street, now reduced to crawling through kitchen sewers for attention?
I was wrong! I was truly blind to have treasured that fraud! Chloe, you used to love me the most. You'd even give your life for me. Please, just look at me one more time.
My wife needs a bankrupt waste like you to take her home?
Chloe, say something! Just turn back to me! And I'd even die for you!
Get rid of him. Don't let him taint today's victory celebration.
Chloe doesn't even dare to hate me anymore.
Don't dirty Chloe's territory. Get lost.
I'm completely out of the game, not even qualified to be her enemy anymore.
Miss Chloe Howard, once you sign this, the entire global fashion world will be yours.
Everyone, my wife's working hours for tonight are over.
Arthur?
Leave the remaining contracts to the team. I've already approved the flight route to the private island. We fly tomorrow.
Honeymoon trip?
Time that belongs only to us.
Is that my brand logo? When did you do this?
Had the team work overnight. It's not just the logo. I've bought out all the transoceanic routes. From today, the sky is open only for you.
Arthur, I feel like I'm dreaming.
Mrs. Howard, no silly talk during the honeymoon.
Sir, madam. Tower clearance granted. Ready for takeoff anytime.
Let's go to the island.
Leave Manhattan completely behind.
Stop! This is private property! No trespassing!
Chloe, don't go! I'll give up everything! Please, just look back at me!
Stay still! Move again and I'll break your arm!
Let me go! I'm Vincent from Wall Street! Chloe, I'll give you my life! Just give me one chance to make it right!
Get this piece of trash out of here. Don't let it dirty my wife's path to the plane.
No, Chloe! Look at me!
Too noisy, Arthur. Let's board.
Welcome aboard, madam.
I don't believe it! You chased after me! For 5 whole years! You could never possibly love someone else!
Arthur, the wind is picking up. Close the door.
As you wish.